Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Alan. I'm trying to get a wood rack going here for the front of the shop. Just a quick little project. I'm trying to bend it around a corner. So what I'm doing here is I'm notching or marking out this tubing for where I'm going to notch it so I can round it off. Of course, if you have a tubing bender, it'd be a lot easier to do this. But it's just a matter of getting a bunch of notches drawn on and then cut them out, and then it'll roll right around. The hardest part is knowing where you want to put those notches. I've done an older video showing a way to do that where you can draw it out on cardboard first. I kind of just guessed at these because I've done them a few times and I kind of knew where I was going. Actually, the one I'm working on here was for a different part. It was for the top side of it on the uprights. And I ended up not using them because it was taking too long to do. But you can see how they roll right around. Sometimes you have to notch them out to get them where you want them. A little more after you've done that. Sometimes you'll end up with a wide gap that you have to try to fill up. But all in all, it's a nice little trick to get some tubing bent. Right there you can see where the front of it's rounded and the back corner is still square. In hindsight, I wish I would have went ahead and rounded that back side too. I think the wood would have laid on it a little bit easier, but it does fine. And this is about the worst part of doing that. You have to weld all the notches up and then grind them all down. And I'm using these Black Hawk abrasives from Empire Abrasives, using the grinding rocks and the flap disc to get it all cleaned up. We'll jump over here and start cutting out the uprights for the sides. And that's going to be another little tricky part. I don't want to just put the uprights on top of the base of it and then have to put legs under it. So I'm going to notch those, and I'll show you how I do that. And that's what these are right here. I'm cutting notches out of the bottom of it to where the base will fit into the legs. And it gives it a real good look because it lets the legs sit out further than the base of it. And all this right here was actually the trickiest part of getting this thing put together. Was getting the legs to stick in there to where it would sit up while I tried to get it squared up and tacked together. One leg kept wanting to fall out and this and that. I finally used a bunch of magnets to hold them still enough. It wouldn't be bad if you had another person. One person could just hold one side while you go to the other side and put them in. And you can kind of see on that corner, it gives you a cleaner look than having two separate pieces, one welded to the top of the base and then another welded to the bottom of it. It gives you just one long leg right there. I did put a foot on the back side in the corner. Depending on what you're doing with it, you may need a foot on the front side. I intend to bolt it down in the concrete on the back feet, so I didn't even put one there. If everything's sitting real flat, it won't matter, but if it's got any tilt towards the front, then you need that foot on there, an adjustable foot most likely. Just getting it all painted out here, it's about ready. And got it done, got my wood loaded up. I'm kind of short on wood, as you can see. But everything worked out good. I just wanted it to wrap around that corner right there. And that'll pretty much do it on this one. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and y'all come back for the next one.